This is Christopher Noel's Woodpile Thermal, shot in 2008. We believe that Chris was a genius before reviewing these clips. This East Texas property has 5 sightings. The woodpile is between 2 of those sightings. The Bigfoot has snuck up a heavily wooded steep ravine and is observing from a concealed position. A 12-inch hand and a 5-inch thumb. Baseball-sized eyes, coned head that turns and peaks. Both hands fidget while observing the fire. It's a good thermal image. All the boards that are there are still present. Because this is forward-looking infrared, this is possibly the best evidence, even surpassing the Patterson-Gimlin film.
After dark, I scan the tree line with the thermal imager, which picks up heat signatures, usually emanating from flesh and blood organisms. This small horizontal object doesn't strike me at the time as anything possibly related to Sasquatch, because I don't notice that it is moving. A few minutes later, still not recognizing what was before me, I filmed a side view, and here we...
Alright, now we've slowed it down and stabilized it. As the camera sweeps by the first time, you can first see the head in the image. It pixelates and then it comes back. You can see the hand moving and grasping the board. It's not a pointed board, it's a board, it's a 1x10 that's at an angle. You can see the eyes in the wood pile, and you can see the right hand fidgeting just a little bit in the front there. The eyes are moving about. You can see a slight movement of the head in relation to the board. You can see the camera is now moving to the right, and it appears that the Sasquatch is observing the camera. Alright, as we go, it appears that the camera is focusing mostly on the left hand. And at this point here, it looks as if the eyes have gone underneath. Maybe watching Chris. This is clip number 2. And now this is where it really gets interesting. You can see right here the coned head and the brow ridge, and you can see that the head is now turned and is looking not at Chris Noel, the camera, but to the left toward the bonfire. You can see the coned head, you can see the board. The hand is actually reaching under the board and is almost lifting it up. So the fingers are actually on top of the board. There we go. The board is moved so the Sasquatch can look to the left. Thermal radiation between the boards. If you look the boards that are vertical there, you can see the thermal radiation between those, indicating the body is behind them. Now the critical measurements. All boards are still present. This is a 2008 November photo taken within a day or 2 of the original thermal. You can see the board configuration, possibly before. The tree measures 10 inches from behind and 7.5 inches from the front. We'll go with 8.75, 9 inches for the tree. That one indication for the thumb is 5 inches. But how wide is that horizontal board? The board is still present. What's interesting is that there are nails in the board, and it may be that the Sasquatch is fidgeting with the nails. You can see the fingers, you can see the thumb, 5 inches, you can see the fingers, 12 inches. Alright, now if you measure the eyes, you'll see the head there, 9.5 at the edge of the board. You can see that there's 9 inches at the outer edge of the eyes, between 2, middle of the eyes, 5 inches. Okay, now look at those long boards. They are about 13 inches. It's 3 2x4s and one 6x6. And it gives you a little bit of idea to scale. Okay, if you look here, you will see that the right forearm is in front of that little tree. If you measure the forearm by 9-inch measurements, you'll see it's about 33 inches from elbow to finger. The wingspan, I don't know, 10.5 to 11.5 feet. It's very long. It's hard to tell because it's wrapping around the tree. Its head's coming up forward, then around some more objects. But even the 233, it's almost 6 feet, just forearm to fingertips. All right, if you watch this last thing, you can see the hair on the head, you can see the glistening, you can see the fingers. This is probably the best clip. You need to see the eyes as they rise up and they go down. Conclusions. This is an unbelievably remarkable video. This is an extremely large hominid. Sasquatch are experts at hiding. They can see at night because they have huge adapted eyes. They can crawl and observe from very low positions. The video went 18 months before discovery because of poor video editing software. Whoops and howls were heard. Congratulations to all involved in this video.